Got another unboxing. Very excited about this one. It is the 1/6 scale Sideshow collectible Ahsoka Tano with Grogu. I got a lot of Grogu on these shelves. I bought this when Ahsoka first showed up in Mandalorian Season 2 years ago, and it came in like a week ago. It's been driving me crazy sitting on the floor, so we got to dive into it. Great box artwork right there. This is the DX version, so it's got a little bit extra, but I thought it was worth it. I think Ahsoka's one of the most interesting newer Star Wars characters. There he is. We got Grogu, and he has feet. Credit to Sideshow. This is Grogu that came with Ahsoka. This is the Grogu that came with my deluxe edition of Mando, of Din Djarin himself. It is not exactly the same figure. Grogu has grown a little bit in the Ahsoka one, and I'm impressed by that because I actually thought it was going to be the exact same thing. There she is. It looks just like Rosario's rendition of Ahsoka. There are Clone Wars versions available also, which I think is pretty cool. The arms feel like they don't want to bend, but that would be weird if this was the only pose. It's got a cool texture to it. The head tentacles, it's a hard plastic, but it has some give. I don't know if it's coming through in the video, so it feels a little flesh-like. Kind of a weird thing to say. But good detail, you know, Sideshow is real fabric on the clothes and stuff like that. I'm not sure how much detail this camera is going to pick up on the face. Try to stay out of the way. Got to get a better camera for doing these that can get in closer, because the face detail is exceptional. We have alternate Grogu hands for reaching. All of this has to get put right back where it came from so I don't lose it or so the cat doesn't eat it. And we have alternative Ahsoka hands, holding, presumably lightsaber, fist, and another holding. Take the first layer of very thick foam out of the way. Exceptionally well packaged, I should say. This box was inside another box for shipping, obviously. It didn't have a lot of padding around it, but even the box came in perfect shape. The slip cover doesn't even have scuffs on it, especially for these deluxe ones. I mean, even for my Iron Studios, to try to keep all the boxes very safe. I don't have plans on reselling any of these, but if I ever wanted to, that would help a lot. And also just for storing and moving. I mean, I moved like 6 months ago and everything went back in its original packaging where it came from so that there was no damage. User guide. It's a statue that comes with instructions. Pretty cool layout of everything in here. Try to reduce the glare. This is cool, and this is not my first Sideshow DX, but this one has a backdrop. I'm also pretty impressed by that. I did not expect that. Django always has to get involved when the camera's running. Again, just the packaging always blows me away. I mean, I guess it shouldn't, because these things are not cheap. You don't want it to come in crappy. But they just do a great job. Here's an actual cloth robe. It's got a cardboard backing to keep it splayed out like that. I'll probably never be able to refold it the same way, but that's really nice. It's got a cool feel to it. It's different from the texture of her other clothes. We have a base. Rocks, mud, moss. It's really nice looking. Tree that goes on the base. There's a connector here. I'm not exactly sure. I might actually need that instruction manual. My guess is it's to hold Grogu up, or maybe have her hold Grogu. Here's a couple other little connectors. They're ball joints, probably for changing out the hands. We have the very cool, to me, it's kind of a Japanese-inspired thing, which makes sense because Ahsoka is very samurai-like. You know, we got the pants, the shoes have the toe separator. Here's the rod to support Ahsoka, and it's metal. It's got some good weight to it, which I appreciate. This is pretty cool. You get a lot of options here. There's two of these. You have the blade and then the swipe version of the blade, which I love. And you can even see in it on this side, it has a harder edge where you can see where the blade is ending in the swipe. And of course, the blades, and the same deal with the swipes, are different lengths because she has, oh, I'm going to butcher the Japanese of it, but they're Shoto and Daito. I think those were actually the characters' names in Ready Player One, named after the long and short samurai swords. The katana handles, which I'm dying to get my hands on the life-size versions of. Next trip I can finagle the Galaxy's Edge. Very, very cool. I didn't think I would need instructions for this, but I opened them up just for fun and saw something incredibly shocking. What I thought was a support is a tool to move her eyes. They don't even look like they would be movable. There's the face in more detail. The eyes, to me, don't even look like they'd be movable. There's no gap or anything. This is That's exceptional. What a great idea. There you have the arm movements, the degrees you can do, so the elbows are bendable. I did not want to be in a position to try to force it. It has a little warning there on how to not clean the product and keep sharp things away. As I said, the skin has a little bit of give, it's a little bit fleshy. Here's the leg movement. You can really pose her any way you want because the metal stick there is going to hold her up, so you can really get a dynamic movement. The hood is very cool. I think I want to go without because the costuming is cool. The lightsabers will actually hang from the belt as she wore them. Obviously the blades pop in, and not only that, but the covers pop off. So if you want to display it without the blades, it still is a complete look. That's how to build the base, which my base is actually a little bit different, so that's kind of strange. Unless I missed something. Interchangeable hands, we went over that. Here's a much more detailed look at everything. I mean, the ground effects and everything really do look fantastic. Spot for the tree, spot presumably for Grogu. I'm not even really sure at this point. That's for the metal peg to hold her up. The tree itself also has a lot of great texture to it. It is a plastic peg, not metal, but it's good and thick. Here are her sabers. This is just such a cool design. I mean, didn't even shy away from the samurai thing, and why would you? It's so cool. Ahsoka herself, the face just looks great. The eyes even have, like, life to them. So you can get a better look at the skin here. It's probably hard to see. But the belt, the fabric weave, everything is just outstanding. I did a couple Iron Studios unboxings, and those are impressive, and it takes it to a whole other level. The head tails look great. The back even has, like, the shoulder blades and stuff. You can see the musculature a little bit. All real ties. Plastic, not leather, but it looks very leather-like. The pants look great. The tie is on the shin armor. Everyone's favorite. Just so you can see the weave of the robe a little bit. It's very screen accurate. I mean, they went and put in every detail. I didn't really want to mess with the eyes because I didn't want to pop the face off and on, and I was adjusting it and an eye fell out, which kind of creeped me out a little bit. So now I'm just holding Ahsoka Tano's eyeball. I would like to not be holding her eyeball. I mean, cool feature. Maybe a little bit of overkill. But now that the head's off anyway, let's see what we can do with it. Nope, now she looks cross-eyed and crazy. That's no good. The head tails, there's actually a magnet in there. And you just slide it over her shoulders. I say just like it's easy, and now I can't get it back on. There we go. Okay, so I adjusted her creepy eyes after I knocked it out. She's looking down. It's looking pretty intense. I'll get a better close-up for you guys. I kind of wanted her bent a little bit more. More of an action pose. I was kind of going for this. I'm not sure I nailed it, but it did take me a few attempts to get my Din Djarin set up properly, so I think we're going to call it a day and see how it sits on the shelf. So here we go. Here's Ahsoka Tano in all of her 1/6 scale DX21 Sideshow collectible glory. Lost focus there. I'm psyched with it. Oh, the eyes are creeping me out a little bit. I liked the swiping blades, but I thought her kind of more traditional defensive stance was cool. Adjusted the right arm there a little bit, brought it a little bit closer, more natural looking. I'll probably have to adjust it a few more times, but I'm really happy with the figure overall. It's just my adjusting of it that I'm questioning. This might be one of the highest quality. It looks great.